Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Dee and this is Dee's Bookish Musings, where I'm sharing my love for reading at my own pace. If you are new here, welcome to my channel. I do hope you stay a while. I hope you enjoy the content, and don't be shy. Go ahead and put some type of emoji down below or just say hi in the comments so I know you were here. If you are returning, thank you. Thank you so much for coming back once again. So this is going to be another episode of my Bookish Musings, where I just sit down and talk all things books, no matter what that is, right? So I'm going to first do my last, now, and next, okay? Because I do have quite a few books that I want to share with you just briefly. I'm not going to go into details about the books. However, I will be doing a follow-up, like a sit-down video where I go over all of the books I've read and what I think about them and would I recommend them. So, my last book that I completed is Murder by Cheesecake, a Golden Girls Cozy Mystery by Rachel Ekstrom Courage. What I'm reading now. So I'll start with this book because I'm technically still reading it, even though I haven't, well, I did. I got a little further in this book, but not very much. This is Beverly Jenkins' first novel called Night Song. I am reading this. It is a historical romance. You know how I feel about Beverly Jenkins. Her books are a good, her books are good when you've come off reading something heavy, which I am kind of reading something heavy, just to make you smile, to make you swoon a little bit, you know, with the characters and everything like that. Her books never disappoint me. So I'm reading this one. I probably won't finish it this month, but that's okay. I read as I go. If I finish it within a month, that's fine. If I don't, I don't. Okay. So I'm reading this. I'm also reading this book right here. So I discovered this book a few weeks back, like 3 weeks back. I hadn't heard anybody talk about this book, even in the new release videos that people tend to do. No one brought this book up, and I was tempted to purchase it on Amazon, but it was like $34 in paperback because the paperback is available along with the hardback, which is rare, but I'm thinking maybe they did that because it's Viola Davis. I forgot to mention that. As you can see, it's Viola Davis and James Patterson. So I have started this book. I actually started it on today, listening, and y'all, 5 stars already. That's all I'm going to say. James Patterson, I don't even know why his name is up there because it's definitely reading like a Viola book. Definitely can see this being turned into a movie. I don't know why she decided to write it as a book instead of doing a movie, but I can see it. She's narrating, I'm listening to it, but I am going to purchase the book. I'm not going to pay for the paperback because the price did decrease to $26, but that's still too much for a paperback. So I think I will just go ahead and purchase the hardback because the hardback is only $16, which I think is a good price. Yeah, and so I do intend on collecting all the books that she intends on writing because I did watch an interview. I don't remember who interviewed her, but I watched that, and she said that she's maybe delving into being a writer, becoming a writer. And if that is true, I am so here for it because, yeah, Viola knows how to act, number one. She definitely knows how to narrate. Y'all, so much tension in that book. I can't wait to finish it so I can tell you guys more about it. But I am loving this one. So reading the Book of Harlan. I actually am doing a reading vlog on this one, so that video should be out, probably posted the Wednesday after this coming up Wednesday. I'm almost finished this book, y'all, and I didn't know where I was going to land on the book, but now I do as far as a rating is concerned. This is by Bernice L. McFadden. If you did not know, the Book of Harlan. This is my first novel by her. I'm so happy that I'm finally delving into her works. I read her memoir, which is absolutely fantastic memoir. And now I'm just getting into her books. I can definitely see her family, and I can see parts of her memoir like in this novel. Just loving the book. Stay tuned for a full review of the Book of Harlan by Miss Bernice L. McFadden. And I've been enjoying taking my time with the book because I started it probably at the 4th or something like that. And here it is, almost the end of the month, and I'm still reading the book. But like I said, you know, I'm being my authentic self, and I'm actually loving, not rushing, reading books. Yeah, so the Book of Harlan. All right, and so what's next for me? So next for me is, I don't know, but if you did not watch my spring TBR, I will leave it right here, or Hopeful's Intention. I will leave it up here so you can check it out. The stack of books is right behind me, but I haven't decided what book I'm going to read from that stack. I will read at least, you know, I'm hoping 2 books from that stack, and then 1 from my book cart. So that's 2, 3. And then I am doing another buddy read of a historical fiction of that book right there. My name is Ona Judge. I read, what is it called? Oh my gosh. Never Caught. I read Never Caught, the nonfiction of Ona Judge, but this is the historical fiction written by Suzette Harrison. And I'm so ready to read this book. I will be reading it with one of my subscribers and hopefully Patrice. Yeah, so hopefully we'll be able to get into this month. All right, so those are, like, you know, the books. So next I'm going to show you a book haul. So I went to the thrift store, not for books, but it was in a good neighborhood. Okay, a very good neighborhood. I tend to go to the thrift stores in nice neighborhoods because they tend to have nicer things. I was going for workout, like tops and things like that, because it's warming up and I wanted to get some more workout, like sleeveless tank tops and stuff like that. And I found a few that I'm excited to wear. And then of course I had to check the book section out. And surprisingly, y'all, $1.49. I'm not apologizing for these books because they were so cheap. They're used books. I don't mind used books. That's my preferred way to buy my books, is used. Okay, so 3, 6. So I've got 6 books, and some of these books, y'all, I was surprised to find. Yeah, let me show you. All right, so the first book I'm going to show you, I was surprised to find this because I was thinking about, after I finished this book, I was thinking about buying the hardback. But the hardback, I didn't want to pay the money, right? I didn't want to pay the money. But yeah, let me just show you. So I was considering buying this one in paperback form when I found it for $1.49 at the thrift store. I finished this book as well recently. Just Mercy, A Story of Justice and Redemption. If you watch my videos, I did kind of talk about this book a little bit, and also the movie adaptation with Michael B. Jordan. It's on Netflix. So I'm glad I found this one. And somebody already highlighted all through the book, but that's okay. That's okay. It's in pretty decent condition, you know, pretty decent condition, but it is like highlighted. Anyway, so Just Mercy. Okay, that's the first book. And the next book, I have never heard of this book, y'all. Never heard of this book. Never seen it like online, but it is called Begin Again. James Baldwin's America and Its Urgent Lessons for Our Own. This is by Eddie S. Glaude Jr. Never heard of this one. So yeah, you guys know if I am delving into his work this year. And so I have another book that's talking about James Baldwin, nonfiction, and I have been in my nonfiction bag as well. Anyway, so Begin Again. James Baldwin's America and Its Urgent Lessons for Our Own. Very, very interested in this one. So I picked this one up for $1.49. I think the hardback was $1.49, and I take that back. Paperbacks were 99 cents. So I only paid 99 cents for my paperbacks. Okay, so the next book, I actually saw this book in Ollie's a couple of months ago. And also I checked it out at the library, but I did not get into it. This lady, she is part of my childhood, and that is Sally Fields. Sally Fields. I can't remember the show that she was on, like back in the day, but I absolutely love Sally Fields. And I heard someone say that this was a really good memoir, that it's very revealing about her life. It's called In Pieces by Sally Field. And so I was thrilled to see this one or get this one for $1.49. So went ahead and picked that one up. The next book is A Tree Grows in Brooklyn by Betty Smith, a foreword by Anna Quinlan. So let me read a little bit about this one, just a little bit on the back, from the back. It says, this is a profoundly moving novel and an honest and true one. It cuts right to the heart of life. If you miss A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, you will deny yourself a rich experience. It is a poignant and deeply understanding story of childhood and family relationships. And that is my type of story. When I saw it in the thrift store, I was like, why not? Why not pick it up for $1.99? So I picked that one up. All right, so the next book I probably should not have bought because I have this book already. Let me go and get mine so I can compare it to this. Surprisingly, I cannot find my copy, but this is the book that I'm talking about. I have this already. I don't know if I have like the bigger, I feel like mine is bigger or something. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I can't find it right now. This is Waiting to Exhale. I love this edition because it reminds me of the 90s. The sensational #1 bestseller. I do want to read this book because I've never read the book. I've only read or saw the movie, but I want to read the book and then watch the movie because I know I can find the movie. And this is a really old copy. This was Terry McMillan back in the day. And as you can see, my pages are very burnished, but I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all, but it just gives an antique-ish look to the book, right? It's well used. Someone has had this book on their shelf. But anyway, Waiting to Exhale. I was excited to get this book. Yeah, maybe I don't know. Yeah. Okay, and so the last book that I got one more, is The Great Gatsby. So I am going to be reading The Great Man eventually. When I do get into that, I'll probably listen to it on audio because that is readily available to me versus buying the book or checking the book out. And this book, The Great Gatsby, I've never read it. It was never required reading for me. It's very short, less than 200 pages. And so I'll probably read this one soon. This is by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and everybody knows about this book, right? So those are all the books that I bought from the thrift store. I'm gonna put them back in my little bag. And so what else? So I am in the mood to read nonfiction, like I mentioned, which I'm excited about because I do have a lot of nonfiction that I've been wanting to get into, like autobiographies, nothing really self-help, even though I do have self-help. If I do read like a self-help book, it'll be like a spiritual book because I really want to get into my Bible and read more spiritual books, like incorporate those books like into my reading to make sure that I'm staying grounded, right? Like I make time for reading these books, but I'm not making time to read the Bible and read, something that's really worth reading. Not saying that these books aren't, but of course, to me, the Bible takes precedence over all of these books. So I need to be making that a part of my life. Yeah, so that's all I think I wanted to share. I don't have anything else to share. Other than March has been a really great reading month for me. It really has. I feel like since I am choosing books intentionally reading books that are naturally drawn to me and I've been wanting to read for so long, like I've been able to get through some of the books that have been sitting on my shelf for like 7-8 years collecting dust. I have gotten through some of those books and I'm proud about that because now I can kind of like form an opinion about the book for myself. If I don't like it, get rid of those books, right? Because it's not doing me any good sitting on my shelf. So I'm really happy with how things are going with my reading. I really am. I am really reading some really good, like just good books, and not random silly books like have been doing since I've been or I went back on my journey. I'm reading things that appeal to me. While my channel is still small, I still do want to continue to make the videos, but I can't lie and say that I haven't been discouraged, because it is kind of discouraging. I can't lie about that, because it is what it is. Black creators on here don't really get a whole lot of push behind their videos. I don't know what it is, but a lot of creators, authentic creators who are not reading the same books, who are doing different things, have either decreased their amount of time they're spending on YouTube, or have completely left altogether, which is very disappointing. But anyway, that is neither here nor there, and I will end it at that. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what you are reading right now. I'll see you guys in the next video, which will probably be a vlog video next Wednesday, of a reading vlog of this book right here, The Book of Harlan.